guys? Welcome back to another episode of Money Talk. Super excited for today. When y'all see me, I mean, you can't see the hair now, but when y'all see me all fresh and clean on the gram or whatever, you know that is all the work of Gelofadez. My dog, I appreciate you.
For shorty.
Y'all see we're in the $1 million room right now, so this sign is so tough every time I come in.
I appreciate it.
But hopefully you guys can learn a little bit about Gelo today, and kind of take some advice from his journey from barbering, and apply it to you guys. So let's get right into it. So Gelo, I want you to first introduce yourself to the people. We obviously know that you are a barber, but kind of give us a little bit about your background and how you grew up. Your family dynamic, a little bit about that.
I am a only boy in my family. I'm raised in a house full of women, so I had 3 sisters, 4 nieces, a mom, and my dad. That's my household. So I'm the only boy. I grew up down here. I grew up in South Florida, Pembroke Pines, which is where the shop is at. So I stayed in tune with, my community, and that's how I grew up, bro.
Yeah. So when it comes to that family dynamic, I mean, I know you had mentioned you're pretty much in a household full of women.
Yeah.
Like you said, how does that kind of affect the way you? How does that affect the way you treat women, look at women? I'm pretty sure, obviously, in a circumstance like that, you're gonna have a lot more respect than more people are. So, kind of explain like that dynamic of how you take that from in the household, and then obviously how that kind of relates to the outside world.
I look at women like superheroes, honestly, especially moms.
Yeah.
I especially young moms nowadays. Like moms, they honestly got the hardest job in the world to me.
They know.
So, especially in this society and like today's living, with everything being so like expensive and hard to do on your own and stuff like that, I kind of look at women like superheroes, bro. I treat them with a little bit more respect than others do. I look at stuff in their perspective as well a lot because I'm always around them,
Yeah.
Especially with my sisters and yeah.
It's probably easy for you to be like, okay, you know what?
Like I'm not gonna do that because someone could do that to my sisters or something.
Right. So
exactly.
you have that other perspective to look
at.
So before I jump into your barbering journey, I want to ask one more thing about your parents. How did they, or what do you think probably is the most important thing they instilled in you before starting your journey that you kind of took and then kind of ran with that one?
Basically they installed into me that no matter how hard the situation is, that you're gonna get through it. I've seen my parents at their highs and I've seen them at a very low,
Yeah.
And regardless, like I've seen them go from being down at the rock bottom and just shake back and get to it and basically come out with the outcome, maybe not what they were expecting, but what they needed,
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't get what you want, it's more what you God wants to give you.
Yeah, God does have a certain path for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm learning that myself, that you can't, everything is written in stone already. As much as you want to try and rewrite that shit yourself, I'm not gonna say impossible, but it's
exactly.
impossible.
Sometimes like if you're praying for an outcome and it's gonna be another outcome, but that's in reality that's what has to happen.
And in life you have to learn how to be adaptable. You have to learn how to adapt to certain things because life is going to change and you might want to do one thing and then
next day you're doing another thing.
You're doing another thing. So, just being adaptable and being able to get used to your circumstances when they do change or when they change, and being able to adapt to those environments. So I do want to just jump right into it and get into your barbering journey. You did mention earlier that your parents, you learned from their hard times. You learned to kind of grow from that, and again, I've said it like 4 times now, but be adaptable. What were some of the struggles early on that you faced when starting your barbering journey? Because I think when anybody starts their journey on their career path that they want to take, there's going to be downs. That's inevitable. It's going to happen.
For sure.
So.
The struggles I had was I was far from, at an early start in my career, I was far from where I grew up. So it was kind of hard to get people to go and like believe in me being their main guy, but to go so far, you know, especially me just starting. When there's 1,000 other people, as they drive across the street, you'll see another barber, you know. So it was kind of hard getting them to get there, and just honestly not seeing no money, bro. Like there was weeks that I had no money, bro, and I was coming out of pocket. I was coming out of pocket to pay my rent. I was never on commission. I was always on rent. So no matter what you do, that rent has to get paid.
You had to try to do something to scrape up the money.
So there were some times like I honestly I didn't make rent, not even half of it. So that was a big struggle of mine to try to like save my money and as much as I can. But it was definitely pretty hard at the beginning.
Did you have any mentors that kind of helped you along the way?
Yes, actually, I met this guy in barber school. His name is Sion. Shout out Sion. Shout out Sion, man. That's like a true him. It was in the beginning in barber school. We met each other in barber school, and he kind of just seen how like I was so passionate to learn. Like when I started barber school, I didn't know like how to turn on a clipper. So like I just jumped into it. Like I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
And I was just so passionate to get good at it and like to get out of the situation I was. And he really like helped me out a lot as far as like in barber school. If you're a barber, you really know in barber school you really don't learn barbershop ways of how to cut hair, and like you really don't learn barbershop ways of how to cut hair. You learn how to do other things such as like color hair, do like girls' hair. Like it doesn't teach you exactly what you need to know. So it takes you to go out there and learn how the barbershop ways work. But he was been a barber for 18 years, well, a long time. So he was in school getting his license, and we started the same day. That's why I said God always puts me in position, bro. So he helped me out because he knows, like he's been in the game for so long, so he knows exactly what to do. So that became my teacher. I didn't even listen to my teachers in barber school. That was my teacher.
No, and I had asked, and I want to stress again that having a mentor obviously was very crucial for you, but just with anything that you're doing in life, like you said, those ups and downs, you don't know how to turn on the clippers, you don't know how to turn on I'm going to exaggerate, but you don't know how to turn on the computer, you know, very little things like that. But having somebody that it is so important that people are out, let me get my thoughts together, can be out here and take you under their wing even when they're still trying to learn themselves, because you don't find a lot of people like that are willing to help you when they're also trying to get themselves up too. So, but I know that having those people in your life are very, very important.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but my second mentor was Mike from Top Cut. That's my first shop. I had to shout him out because like he really changed my life. He really installed into me like know your value. That's what I learned from him the most. Like know your value and manifest everything. Even though I was at his shop, and I'm not gonna lie, he was building at the same time. He was building a new shop at the same time I was building. So we were both in the beginning stages of our careers. He had a shop, but that was his second shop. So he was building that shop, and he just taught me to know my value, and everything is achievable if you just put your mind to it. Like there's things that I got now that I was just working so hard towards, and I just knew I was gonna get it because of what he installed into me, you know. Yeah. So that was like a big factor in my life.
Faith is very important. Faith is very important.
Confidence. He built me a lot of confidence.
Oh yeah, faith. I think faith and confidence fall within the same line. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I personally look at it. Man, when you just have that energy in you, you know, when things aren't going your way, and you just know at the end of the day that, fuck it, I mean, it's not going right now, but I know in 10 days I'm going to be where I want to be. Or 20 days I'm going to have this. I mean, it's just, patience really is a virtue. It really is. So, when, you know, you take that, you carry it with yourself every day, even on those bad days. I'll stress it again, you keep positive energy with you, and I take you so far. But you mentioned having to learn and understand your value. How do you still try to remind yourself today? You know, sometimes you get hit with something bad, or something might happen on a bad day. You might walk up into the shop and you might have negative energy. I mean, not every day is going to be a good day. How do you try and remind yourself every day that my value is where it's at? I'm not going to let somebody walk up into my shop and try and devalue what I'm doing, man. I don't work, myself to get up here, so.
Well, I kind of keep that energy. Like my mom always told me, like, think where your feet are at. So like in that case,
That's a good one.
like if I got problems at work, like leave them at work,
Yeah.
So I kind of try not to bring that into my everyday life. Obviously, it's kind of inevitable to like not stress about work, but
some things are gonna.
yeah. But I mean, I try for the most part to keep my mind straight because it took me so long to finally get happy, So I was in a little dark spot before all this barber stuff, but it took me a lot to get in the happy place I'm in now. But I don't let nobody devalue me because I know how hard I work. There's times I'm in here like from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., 12 a.m., and I'm packed every hour of that day. So just the fact that people come to me that much is like, I know I'm worth something,
Yeah.
I know my value is pretty high if that many people are coming to me. And shout out all my clients, and I thank God for everything that He gave me. But
I'm gonna leave everything in the description. But if y'all are in the South Florida area, want to come
book with me, man. Book with me.
Look.
You see the ad right here.
Yep, right there. So, you kind of answered. I mean, my other question I was gonna ask, but I'm pretty sure that has to be the most rewarding thing for you. That you have a lot of people who trust you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can be very honest. Obviously, the money is a part of it, right?
Definitely.
The money is a part of it.
When you're so passionate about something, money comes.
All right, it's gonna come. It's gonna come right behind. But I'm pretty sure again that is the most rewarding thing for you, that you can come in here and that. I told you last time I got a cut. I'm telling you, I be feeling. Man, my week is terrible, man. I come in, I get a cut, nigga.
You want to do everything.
I feel revived. I feel recharged. I feel like I could take on the goddamn world.
I swear, bro. Haircut is energy. Even when you you know how it is when you used to have dreads.
Yeah.
Hair carries energy, bro. I always tell people that, like, if you want to restart in something like that, sometimes it starts with a haircut, bro. Because like you just feel like new. You feel like new. You feel like
true.
When you chop your hair off, you feel like it's just a fresh, like a restart of everything. Yeah. Hair carries energy.
Oh, it does. I never really believed that, but like when I cut my dreads in January, I didn't want to. I really didn't. But I was like, you know what? I just need a little change.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes I know when I get to that point where I'm like, and especially with my hair, I've realized it over the the years. Anytime I like do a drastic change with my hair, I'm like, oh yeah, something's about to happen.
Exactly.
So, if there's anybody out there who, maybe wants to do barbering themselves, what is probably the best advice that you could give them on their, that will help them on their journey and that they can stick with them?
Just keep cutting, bro. That's like that installs into me because that's what my mentors told me. Like, keep cutting because you never know who you cut. Like, even the smallest person might be someone that changes your life. You never know who you cutting. So that's my big thing. Just keep cutting and stay consistent. Like, there's barbers out here who are like extremely talented, but they're just not as on point with their scheduling and being on time and showing up and being at work a lot,
Yeah.
and compared to someone else who is not as good as that talented barber,
But he shows up.
but he's there all the time. And he will be able to succeed as much as that other guy just because of how consistently he is in the building. Like that's a big factor. You being punctual and being there, that's a big factor. So that's what I would give advice to somebody who's trying to start. I would definitely tell them to just keep cutting, stay consistent, and outwork your peers, honestly.
Yep, I 100% agree with that. Consistency is always key. Obviously, I kind of look at discipline and consistency as two different things because you could be disciplined,
but not consistent.
But I could show up to the gym every day, but how consistent am I in making sure that I am putting in a hard effort in trying to get the gains that I want to get? So you have those two things, and you're gonna get far in the barbering. So y'all heard it here first from the man. So, I don't want you to put all your plans out there that you have for the future, but what would be like the next 5-year plan? You can maybe even go 10 years if you've thought that far. What does that look for? Gelofadez, obviously having a shop or whatever, but I'll let you answer that.
So I'm actually jumping into like the do-rag business, do-rag brushes, that type of wave. I found my niche, so I feel like I'm already in the industry. I might as well try to make a name for myself in that area, field. As far as owning a shop and stuff like that, I haven't decided, honestly. Like, I seen what barbershop owners go through, and it has its ups and downs. And I've seen the ups, I've seen the downs. So I'm not too sure as far as owning a shop, but definitely I want to buy a house in the next 5 years. I definitely want to do that. Just expand myself in the real estate area. And yeah, I'm like a real hustler, bro. Like a real entrepreneur hustler. So I if I could get my hands on like selling things, I will. So that's why I'm jumping into the do-rags, the brushes, the sponges. I'm gonna drop in all of that soon.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to speak too much on it because but that's what I've been working on.
Yeah, no, I get you. You definitely want to try and have your hands on as many things as you can. The more you can get your hands on, the more knowledge comes with it, the more you're able to feed your family, and that's really what it is about. At the end of the day, being able to take care of the people that you care about.
Who knows? 5 or 10 years is a long time, bro. I might not even be doing this in 10 years.
That is true, and you never know. Things could change in a month from now.
But like you said, like what you were saying back earlier in the video that. God, like whatever He wants you to. The story's already written, so you just living in it. So whatever happens. I'm not tripping. Like I told you, I keep my head where my feet are at. But as far as
I'm glad you said that again. That is such a good one. Keep your head where
shout out my mom Dukes.
Yo, my parents. I think we gonna get there too. I'm about to be uncle.
No, you must be uncle.
I'm about to be uncle.
You say you're about to be
I'm about to turn 23. I'm about to be uncle. I'm about to be uncle.
Damn, I'm 23 already, bro.
But yeah, no, I mean you uncle already. So, but yeah, no. When you get older, bro, I think your parents. I when we're smaller, you don't really listen to your parents like that for real. You know how it goes.
Yeah, facts.
But dog, when you get older, you really realize, and I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little insight and get a little personal here. I never had the best relationship with my dad, I'll be honest. But I have come to learn that he is my dad at the end of the day, and I would really hate, God forbid, for anything to happen, and I left with some type of hate in my heart. I can't. I'm not a person that can hold hate in my heart. I can't. Like, it's just really just not who I am. So the fact that I've been able to forgive him and kind of really understand what my dad says sometimes, and kind of thinking like, yo, this man is really trying to help me and get me somewhere, and there's like real genuine love behind it. Life has been good ever since, man, and everything has been good. So just appreciate your parents while you're here, man, because unfortunately everyone has an expiration date, and they won't be here forever. So not to get all sad, but we really do appreciate them for who they are while they're here.
It's so funny how when you're younger you really don't like. They say things and you're like, all right, watch. When you get this age, you gonna understand.
Hindsight is such a real. Hindsight 2020 is such a real thing.
Yeah, and I know my kids. I already know. I'm good. My kids gonna be the same way. You gotta pay that back.
No, all that love, y'all better come help a buddy out. I want to jump into sports. So, what are we looking at with this Mavs Celtics? I know I asked you about Mahomes last time and them boys, and Mahomes ended up pulling it off. But it's not. I mean, I love the Mavs, but I don't know. Luka can only get shot up with the tour doll.
I like Mavs in 7, bro. I think the Mavs win the next 3.
Okay.
And then they go to 7. The last point flip.
The last time the team was 0-2 in the finals, it was It was the Bucks versus the Suns. I think that was 2021, if I'm correct. I think it was 2021. They ended up winning four. Yeah, no, yeah, they ended up winning four straight. Yeah, they ended up winning four straight. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I love the Mavs, but the bias in me wants to be real Celtic hater and just
I hate the Celtics.
But JB's JB's looking better than Tatum. I'm just saying, so all the Tatum Glazers just take it for what it is.
You see my Heat cape right there. There's no way I could rock that in here and be a Celtics fan. I can't. I hate them.
Yeah, no. I do think them. I have the Mavs to win. Long story short.
Same.
So, Mavs in 6, baby. Take as many shots toward all as you need. I think the last thing I want to get into would be my Vault Edition question. I've hit you with this before. If you were to open up a vault and you were to put a piece of advice in there for let's just say you lock it, somebody else is going to come and now open it, and now they're going to take that piece of advice and run with it for the rest of their life, what would that piece of advice be?
Focus on making money, but don't kill yourself about making money, because you're forever going to want to make money.
Yeah.
And I think a big piece of life is just to be happy. Like that right there is worth more than money, bro. Honestly, like there's people who are probably rich and are unhappy, you know, and so being happy is priceless. So that would be my advice. I'll tell them, focus on making money, but you're always gonna make money. So don't kill yourself about it. Focus on more being happy, and you'll be rich.
Bro, I really, really love this episode. I appreciate the energy that you came on with, and just the genuine energy that you carry, bro. I can tell that you are a very genuine person. I'm really happy. I'm really happy for what you are doing. I only hope that this continues to grow. If this is not what you end up doing, I mean, maybe it is. I hope it is, because I'm not trying to be another barber. But if this is what you're doing, I hope you succeed. If it's not, I hope you succeed in whatever else you continue doing. But I'm gonna pretty much wrap it up there, guys. Jello, I appreciate you, my boy, for being on. Coming to chop it up with me for a little bit. And yeah, guys, make sure you guys tune in.
Tune in, man.
Yeah, tune in for the next episode. I got some more great content coming for you guys, and it's only gonna get better from here.
So only up.
So,
Boy Jordan in the building. Came through the $6 million room. Shout out my boy. So appreciate you sliding through too, bro.
Yeah, of course, bro. You already know. So you guys have a good one. I'll leave everything up in the description so you guys can tap in. Make sure you guys go book, get your cuts. And I'll leave it at that. So deuces.
Deuces.